All right, today I'm here with a lady who not only looks fabulous, but is stronger than most men, and meeting her helped to change me from fat to fit. I distinctly remember meeting Aly in the Delray Beach, LA Fitness in 2017. I saw this very fit and beautiful woman working out and noticed that she was wearing a cap that said IFBB on it. And on a hunch, I guessed that IFBB stood for International Federation of Bodybuilders. So I went up to her, introduced myself, and asked if she was an IFBB pro. She said yes. I asked her if she did personal coaching. She said yes again. I asked her if she could hire her, or if I could hire her rather, and she said yes. And the rest of this is history. Yeah, because I think a lot of people have this misconception that, oh, if I have a kid, I'll never get back to looking good again. You know what I mean? But clearly you are a real life example of looking hot, a hot mom, so to speak, you know?
Yeah, but what is looking good, and to whose, you know,
true.
Eyes is that whose opinion is that subjective to? Like,
right,
what is good, you know?
Yeah. But I guess what I meant is that you can put on a bikini, and I feel as if most ladies would love to look like you, and most guys look at you and go, wow, she's smoking hot in a bikini. You know what I mean? From that perspective, what would be some of the things you've seen over the years as a competitor and as yourself a personal trainer and coach? What are the typical things that hold people back in general from achieving the physique they would love to have? Let's say, whether they're a guy or a lady.
Self-control and willpower.
Uh-huh.
So those are two big barriers that would either keep a competitor from placing in the position they would want, versus, you know, getting a crappy standing and then it's everyone else's fault. And it's like, no, you probably shouldn't have had that cake, you know, 2 weeks ago, and you know, snowballed from there. But or the same thing, it's, you know, I would have clients come in and they step on the scale and they've gained weight or they haven't lost any. And I said, have you followed your meal plan? And they're like, yeah. And I said, 100%. They're like, yeah, totally. 100%. People want it and they have the desire in the heart, but it really has to hit a point of like, they have to want it that bad and be ready to make a change. You know, it's scary, but it feels good once you make the leap.
I guess it was kind of easy for me in a sense, because when I met you, I was like, wow, she's way stronger than me. She looks incredible. So to me, you had all this credibility in my brain. You know, like I remember you told me you're going to give me a real workout program when you looked at my crappy workout program. I distinctly remember this. And when you gave me the meal plan, I was like, man, I can't eat all this food. And you kind of challenged me like, Kirk, I eat a lot of food. I'm a girl. You're a guy. You're bigger than me. You can't eat this. You're like challenging me in a nice way. And I was like, yeah, damn it, I'm going to eat this food.
A big part too is, you know, if you don't know how to train properly, I think a big part of why you have no movement is because even if you're doing an exercise, if you haven't learned how to contract your muscle through an exercise, then you're not actually going to get the full workout or, you know, the actual training that muscle needs. It actually has to contract. You know, so you can throw your arms in the air and wave them like you just don't care, but if the muscle ain't moving, what's moving it? You know, so it's important because your back has everything to do with your stability for your whole body.
Give advice to people to let them know the BS from the real stuff, because the fact is, you know, and I know what sounds nonsensical for this, but the typical person, they just don't know. You know what I mean? So
unless you are, you know, qualified to train yourself, you know, and hold yourself accountable, I suggest that everybody try to have a trainer in person. Testimonials are important. Having references, getting a good trainer, it's usually going to be found best by word of mouth or by going up to someone in the gym like Kirk did and saying, hey, you look really good. Are you by chance this? Like just starting up a conversation, because taking that first step to make a huge change in your life means, you know, sucking up your own pride and your own fear of going up to someone. They all started from somewhere. Like when I show people what my butt looked like after I had my son, I might be Puerto Rican, but it was flat. In comparison to what it is now, it's totally different. And people are like, no way. And I'm like, that's serious training. And so everybody starts from somewhere, you know. There was definitely a time where I felt, you know, intimidated, but you just have to learn to give no fucks.